welcome to another episode of BFF, a show where two best friends review movies because fan friction. We're your hosts. I'm Ashley.
And I'm Joe.
And as you can see, on this very special episode, we have two very special guests with us.
Hi, guys.
Hey.
So why don't you tell the audience at home who you are?
Well, my name's Tom,
And I'm Kimber.
and we are the co-hosts / creators, I guess, over at Odd Shape Channel.
Mm-hmm.
We also do Odd Shape Panel, which is like a sister show to BFF.
We're related, like cousins-ish. It's hard to say.
Don't make what we have more complicated, Joe.
That's fair. Well, I'm from the South. Cousins are a thing.
Okay, so anyway, let's get going.
So we are in town for Wizard World Philadelphia, and we've stayed with our OS peeps here for a little bit. And we were even on their show last night, and you can find the link to that down below. It was live.
It was a fun time.
It was exhaustingly fun.
Yes.
Word for it.
But we are here today with a very special BFF because we were in town to go to Philadelphia, and we were with our friends here, and we were like, let's go see Wonder Woman.
I mean, why wouldn't we go? I mean,
Yeah.
tentpole movie,
Yeah.
comic book movie.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like it was going to be great.
It did.
I was super excited despite the early trailers. I'm always skeptical about trailer hype and songs that they try to use to like get you pumped up because I've been let down so many times by so many different franchises. So
Yep.
I had my expectations a little tempered, but everybody else was like, it's the greatest movie ever, so I got excited.
Mm.
Yeah, not to mention it's the first major superhero movie with a female lead, so we wanted to support it there
Yep.
as well.
Totally. And it wasn't too great.
No.
Yeah, I'd say.
It was good.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't as good as it needed to be.
Or as good as I think everyone was making it out to be.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely took steps in like the right directions in some aspects for sure. Like, if DC takes notes from this and keeps going with that would be great. But I don't think DC understands the character. I think they're really good at the world building.
Yes. Very much.
But I don't think they understand the heroes or whatever they're creating, like their versions of the heroes. I don't think stands up to what they mean to people from the comics or just overall pop culture.
Or my biggest comparison, and it's the reason I'm disappointed with some of these films in general, Wonder Woman notwithstanding, is the animated DC stuff has been so fantastic, so phenomenal over the years. Like, I fell in love with Wonder Woman from the animated series.
Oh, yeah.
Because she was such an amazingly powerful character. So, that's me, though.
I wish that they focused more on her. There was a lot of Chris Pine for me. He was very good.
He was great.
I thought he did a great job. He was better than I expected him to be. The chemistry was on point. But for me, there was too much of him for a movie about her.
Like, it was his story, not her story.
Yeah, I ironically thought it was a little distracting.
That's fair.
Which we'll get back to.
My general complaint about the movie was I just felt no emotional connection with it. Like, I recognized every moment that was supposed to, like, make your heart swell, make you feel scared, make you feel, like, excited that Wonder Woman is doing all of these amazing feats because she is such a powerful being. But I just kind of sat there, like, okay, and... Like, I know people are like, just turn your brain off and just enjoy the movie, but that's not how I am. And I just kept thinking, I know I'm supposed to be feeling something here. I know I'm supposed to be feeling this emotion, but it just I never felt anything. It was just kind of a neutral feeling the entire time for me. And that was very disappointing because people go to movies because they want to enjoy them. We don't go like, let's crap on this.
Yeah.
That's not the point. We spend way too much money on movies to make sure that it's, we don't want it to be a bad time. We want to enjoy it. And I felt no emotional connection at all.
I mean, I completely agree with you. We didn't go and still haven't seen Suicide Squad because we don't like that representation of it. We went and paid money to go see well, actually, Joe and Ashley bought tickets and we got the dinner. But, we went because we want it to be a good movie. We want it to be good, but it just, it's so disappointing when, time after time, they just keep missing the mark.
And I liked her a lot in BVS. I think that she was one, like, I know that's a controversial statement because there was a lot of people who did not like her in BVS. I thought she was one of the best parts, personally. Like, her musical theme is awesome. Like, it really gets me pumped. It's like, my favorite one. I think that's the one that really stands out of their little hero themes in the DCEU, and she's great. They dropped the ball a little bit for me.
I really love the Wonder Woman's theme song from BVS, but the movie almost felt like it relied on it too much. Like, I wasn't moved by the score. I was just, this is a different rendition of
her theme
song. Like, there's no other pieces that, like, moved me. Just cues, like you were saying.
And going to what you had said about her being fantastic in this, and even the guy who played Chris Trevor was fantastic.
Yeah.
Chris Pine. Steve Trevor. Chris Pine.
Too many Chris's, too many Steves.
Too many Chris's playing too many Steves. I think SNL already covered this. But my thing is, like, even all the way back to Man of Steel, their casting has been relatively on point. Like, with a handful of weird missteps here and there. Like, I am not a fan of Kevin Costner playing Mr. Kent or Mr. Leto as the Joker. Those are two of the worst of this whole debacle. But even then, like, all the rest of their casts are just fantastic, and they do a fantastic job. It just feels they don't have enough to work with to really make it worthwhile.
Which is ridiculous because they have years and years
of material. Way more than almost any other comic company in existence.
It's like its problem is that, like, they have if it was like a publisher that started like 20 years ago, then this would be more excusable because they don't have so much history.
Yep.
But now, everyone has expectations.
Like how we have one Spawn movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the animated HBO series was great.
But specifically about Wonder Woman, I'm worried that because she is the first one and she was so much better, like, in the smaller role in the ensemble movie, and then I don't think her own movie was that great. Like, I worry about that affecting, like, characters like Black Widow and stuff, because I don't want people to use that as an argument. You know what I'm saying?
Or trying to pull more female superheroes from DC, even.
I'm thinking because right now in the first weekend it looks like it's been doing pretty well. So, like, box office wise, which really is what controls Hollywood, I don't think they would have that excuse to go, oh well, we can't do any superhero movies because look at what Wonder Woman pulled in. I think it'll probably greenlight some more projects. Now, whether or not those will be well written and well developed projects, that is to be seen.
Yeah.
And I think I was saying that when we were leaving, like, if anything, like, it doesn't matter that we may not care as much for this movie. If it has positive impacts in the community as a whole, that's really all that matters. Like, if it actually positively influences what happens, then I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
That's.
And there were things that I liked.
Oh yeah, totally. I feel like we're complaining a bunch about this movie, but there were some good things. Like, I really enjoyed some of the diverse casting they had.
Yeah.
The Howling. I mean. The Falcons, or whoever they're supposed to be, I don't even think they have a name, just Chris Trevor's band of...
Steve Trevor.
Let's start
take this from the top.
Let's start the Chris Trevor counter. That's
but the Steve Trevor count...
You said it right, though.
You did it right.
You did it right, and you corrected yourself.
But the Steve Trevor's band, we'll just call them that, the Steve Trevor's band... I liked their little group there.
Their number one hit single was amazing, the Steve Trevor's band.
But the Native American guy, I can't remember any of their names, but I can't remember. The only member, comparing it to what everyone compares it to, Captain America, the only member of the Howling Commandos I remember is Dum Dum Dugan, because he's got the freaking hat.
The mustache.
Mighty mustache. But Steve Trevor's little band of merry people, merry scoundrels? Merry scoundrels. I remember the Native American, the singing sniper, and the dude with the fez. And that's how I remember them, because unfortunately they're relatively unmemorable characters other than character traits. But I liked them. They were fun, and that's what you need in a movie like this.
And like you're saying with casting choices, I don't think there was any bad acting. I mean, the ending was a little hammy, but...
I'm going to say the entire last scenes were a little hammy.
But I don't think anyone in the movie had a bad performance.
And that's what's this weird argument with a lot of these DC movies is they're really strong performances. There's just not a lot to perform with.
Yeah.
So.
I personally loved Dr. Poison.
Yes.
Dr. Poison is super cool. Visually, very neat. This actress just says 1,000 words with her eyes. She doesn't do a lot of talking, obviously, because of the stuff on her face, but when she does talk, it looks really cool. Just interesting character, really suited to the setting and the time period of the movie. It felt comic book to me. It didn't feel like corny, like forcing a female in there because it's a Wonder Woman movie.
Yep.
She seemed like she legitimately belonged there and had things to do in the story. I wish she had a few more things to do in the story, because she was awesome and I liked seeing more, would be great.
Which is weird because usually when, we want a female like superhero movie, we don't want the female bad guy, and I think that's why they avoided doing like Cheetah and stuff like that, because if you look at our track record, like Catwoman's villain was horrible.
Yeah.
But this was a case where they did the character so well that I think they would have benefited from it.
Well, and she could have gone with what Red Skull has traditionally been, or what Zemo was in Civil War, and more of a mastermind villain, pitting, and because she could have been my prediction, and we're going into spoiler territory a little bit here.
Oh no, we got a wild Mavis.